Today is July 13th. This is supposed to be my birthday. Or at least I've been told by my mom. Uh, I understand now why people give up. I understand why people get into despair. I understand why people just walk around like zombies in life where they just want to give up. I understand why someone might be suicidal. I understand why people walk around without purpose, enthusiasm, and passion. I understand why. And I've been living that life that where I should be that way. See, see, and to let you know that I'm living that life being that way, I'm sitting here in a dark car right now. So I don't know how I look on camera. I really don't. But I'm sitting in a dark car right now, and this is what I do every single year is I contemplate life. I look and see, did I hit my goals? Am I at where I'm at? And the answer comes back usually no. Because and guess what? Yeah, every single the one thing I wanted for my birthday is I wanted to have a girl in my arms, and I just wanted to hold the beautiful girl in my arms and watch TV. Hopefully, a girl that's mine, that's gonna be my wife or my girlfriend, and we're just sitting there watching TV. Yep, that's what I wanted to do ever since I was 16 years old. Even would ask Santa Claus to make that happen. Even would pray for that to happen, and it never did. So So, yeah, every single birthday I've had, I've been alone, and so I've got time to reflect on my life. And my life has been a lonely one. I don't have anyone to call. I don't really have too many friends. I'm the kid that grew up. I grew up as a kid where I couldn't go outside. I couldn't have friends over. I couldn't go over to friends' houses. Thanks, mom and dad, for fucking up my social life. So I knew that I was fucked up as a kid, right? I knew that I was messed up as a kid, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go fix it. So at 18, I went to start doing door-to-door sales. I started working on my communication. Anything, any business seminar or book that I could find that was talked about communication, mindset, uh, leadership, money. I was all over it. I was all over it. I wanted to know it all. I wanted to know it all. I really, really, really wanted to make my communication skills better because I really wanted to have. I thought at the age of 18 I could just get a wife. I could just get a wife, or at least just get a girlfriend. I didn't know that I didn't know that that's not how it worked, but that's what I wanted. I wanted to actually fix my relationships. I wanted to actually have friends. I wanted to be able to go to the movies with someone. And this is interesting. I can't ask today. I can't. There's nobody that I can even ask to go to the movies with where I know that the answer is going to be a yes. There's not someone that I could ask, hey, can we hang out on this? It, I, there's like, since I don't have any friends, there's never a thought of even planning to do anything with anyone. And all my friends that I've gotten have come later in life, and that's after the age of 25. And guess what? When you're the new friend and you're 25 years old, everybody is meeting their mate. Everybody's getting married. Everybody got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. They want to spend time with them. And that's understandable because that's exactly what I would want to do. So I failed in relationships to a point where I'm sitting here alone on my birthday. Failed in relationships. I failed in money. I'm sitting. I I failed with money, and the funny thing is, it's like I worked really hard, right? I worked really hard. I put in 70 hours a week probably since I was 18. I haven't taken a day off. I've worked every single day that I could have worked. Some days I'll beat myself up because it's like, okay, I only worked 50 hours this week, and I'm trying to willpower myself in to do more hours, but I'm completely burnt out, and my body is like, no, you need rest. You can't move anymore. There's some days where I've worked to a point where when I got home, I collapsed before I even got into bed, or I collapsed, or there's been some times where I worked so many hours where somehow I don't even remember driving home, but somehow I I'm asleep. I'm asleep at the steering wheel, and luckily my leg was on the brake of the car because I didn't even have the car in park yet. So there's times where I've when I went to work, it's like I've there's times where I doubled sales. I made sales go up by 10%. I got people to work at Perfect Harmony. I've done the impossible things at work, but I didn't get the promotion. But Mr. Loser guy gets the promotion. Mr. Turd Basket guy, the guy that don't deserve a promotion, gets the promotion. There, there's times where I went to put in job applications. I remember there was one year I put in 1,000 job applications to get part time at KFC. And I've seen other people put in no applications, and they make 2 to 3 times more than I make. And they didn't even put in an application or any effort. They didn't even know how to write a resume. And they don't even have a degree, and I do. I've had 8 businesses that failed. I've had 8 businesses that failed. Uh, and it's like I keep going, I keep trying, but I just don't. I just don't see any results. I don't see any results. Uh, so my dating life sucked. My financial life sucked. My living situation sucked. Shoot, I got kicked out the house at 18 over a bar. So, yep, straight A student got kicked out over of my house over a bar. So, couldn't win in my household. But when I got kicked out, it started me on a path where I didn't have any friends, or I don't have much of a relationship with my family. So it's like I had to deal with couch surfing. And luckily I met awesome people that would give me a couch. And I did that until I was about 30. And then I had 3 years of living out of my car. And it's like I haven't been able to catch a break or even have a breath of success. There was a time financially where I actually did start working for Uber and Lyft. And I went from 20,000 to 40,000 to 60,000 to 80,000 on my third or fourth year. But that year that I hit 80,000, my car broke down, and it was supposed to be something that Ford would cover through their recall, but they worded it in a way where they legally didn't have to cover it. So I had to pay $5,000 to get it fixed, and they didn't have the part, so it took them 3 months to get it. I ran out of money. It did, and since it was 3 months, it was hard for me to get money to actually pay them. And then once I got paid them. 2 weeks later, the engine blew on the car, and that was another $5,000. So I lost a whole year of income. And there's a train. Let me roll up the window. I don't know if you can hear the train. So then I lost. So that a big 80,000 just went down the drain, because the following year I was back at 20,000 and struggling. Then a year after that, I started driving for Uber and Lyft again because I got all the problems taken care of. I actually bought another car with cash. And then A girl, this happened on both Uber and Lyft. I had a girl say that I said something inappropriate, and Uber and Lyft, even though I was a 5-star, perfect 5-star driver with a 99.7% customer satisfaction rate, with with I even took into the office a stack of compliments that I've had over the years about me being an awesome guy, driver, excellent conversationist. I want to drive with this guy again. Even after all that, they still deactivated me, so I can never longer drive for Uber and Lyft, and that permanently cut my income. And this was 4 years ago. I probably lost around $250,000 worth of income. So I've been struggling, and I've been hitting like impossible obstacles to such a degree where it's like, you ever go into a grocery store and you pay for your groceries, the payment went through, you gave them $200-300 for your groceries, and they take your basket of groceries and put everything back on the shelf. That's what life has been like for me, because I see it's in it, and it's just like, if I look at other people, I see other people that don't deserve good relationships actually have good relationships. I see people that don't deserve a beautiful woman have a beautiful woman. I see people that don't deserve work, and they work like shit, and they're lazy, get get the great positions. So it's like, I understand why people will go into despair. I understand why people will give up. I understand why people's passion will not be there. I understand why people will walk around like zombies. I understand. I understand why people would have to go get high every day, smoke weed every day, because there's a lot of stuff in this world that because it doesn't seem right. It's like, I pay for the groceries. I should get I should be able to eat. But you're telling me I can't eat. It doesn't even make sense. I did what I was supposed to do. Like, I think about it every single year. I don't have any regrets. There's not anything that I would go back and do. So now, if I could put my 37-year-old brain into the 16-year-old Demario, I would go make sure I got a wife right while I was in high school. I would make that would be my number one focus, because those girls were amazing. And but other than that, if I had the same level of knowledge when I was 18, and I made all the choices that I made good choices throughout my whole entire life. And this is what I'm getting at. I see why people get so upset and live in despair and give up on their goals and dreams and don't want to go any further and get depressed and get suicidal, because they probably put in a whole bunch of effort and they haven't seen the fruits of their labor. They haven't they it's like a farmer plants some seeds and he's waiting for it to sprout. The thing, it's only supposed to take 5 years to sprout. He waited 10 years for it to sprout, or it's only supposed to take a 1 month to sprout, but it's taking. He's been waiting 2 years. It doesn't sprout. He's been watering it, and he's been working. He's been working the land for a whole year, but nothing is growing. He's been watering it. He's been doing exactly what he's doing, but nothing's growing. Nothing's growing. Nothing's growing. I see why people want to give up. I see why people get high. But and I think about, well, why am I not ready to give up? 37 years old. I in my life, I cannot the in my life, I haven't been enjoying my life. My life has been miserable. The whole entire life has been miserable. I have bad story after bad story after bad story. After, most of my life was terrible. I gotta admit it. I haven't achieved my goals and dreams, and I don't like saying that. But why? So why should I still move forward? Why do I keep going? And this is all I could give you is the story isn't over. That's the reason why I keep going. The story isn't over. Maybe perhaps I'll meet the girl of my dreams in a week from now. Maybe I'll meet her next year. But the story isn't over. The story isn't over. Maybe perhaps within the next few months I do the thing that helps me become a millionaire and I no longer have a financial issues. Maybe maybe if I if I decide to give up now, maybe perhaps that will make all the work, the hard work that I've been doing for over the years, maybe that'll make it all irrelevant. So that's why I keep going, just because the story isn't over yet. And that's all I got for you. I wish it was more inspirational or motivational than that, but that's all I got for you. That's the thing that keeps me going because the story isn't over yet. I'm out.